The next Battlefield game is just around the corner and is due to be released in October. That's 7 months away, and I thought I'll make a video on what console players like me and you would like to see in the next Battlefield game. There have been many videos so far by major YouTube channels expressing their thoughts on what should be or shouldn't be in the next Battlefield game. But one thing that they all have in common is that they all are on the same platform, PC. And for that reason they might not address the issues we have on console or put forward ideas on how we could improve the overall console experience. So here are 3 improvements that should be made on console for Battlefield 2018. In no particular order of importance, I would love to see an improvement on how we change seats in vehicles. At the moment we have to physically move through the seats one by one before we get to the desired seat. Taking so long, by the time you do get around to your seat it might be occupied already. This process is even longer if you're in a bomber. It takes several seconds for the soldier to animate through the aircraft. Moving seat to seat in a 5-seater aircraft can be fatal at times. Okay, that might be a bit exaggerated, but you know what I mean. It's a nightmare, especially for players that spend the majority of their Battlefield hours in vehicles. For example, let's say you're on a torpedo boat on Heligoland and want to do a drive-by or whatever you would call it on a boat, and you want to get away quickly, but instead of being able to switch to the driver's seat, you're made to play musical chairs. Pilots who like to fend off attackers by switching seats have the same problem. I know it's a small change, but it will improve the vehicle experience for many players, and especially if DICE are planning on adding vehicles with more seats in the next game, it's essential that they address this. I suggest that we should be able to toggle between the seats by holding the communication button, have the vehicle seat layouts on the left and let us select the desired seat with ease. And while we're on the topic of communications, I do think the communications options need a complete revamp. Many players don't tend to use the objective options on there, but instead just aim at the flag and spot it. It seems like a repeat function since we already have a way to highlight objectives. The variety of callouts needs improvement too. You can scrap the like of affirmative or negative because hardly anyone uses these in game. So I would suggest replacing them with valuable callout options that would be widely used and benefit team play. For example, we need more medics, or we need more support, or callouts like let's flank or smoke the area will be a step forward to improving communications on consoles. One thing that is guaranteed in the next Battlefield game is the return of aim assist on consoles. So I want to take this chance to talk about how aim assist should be improved upon. The recent aim assist nerf shows that we're heading in the right direction, but more could be done to tone it down further. The aim assist for the first year of Battlefield 1 was way too powerful and played a huge role in 1v1 combat. It was almost impossible to miss a player in close quarters because if your crosshairs were just off target it would just lock on to the player. The sweet spot mechanic combined with the aim assist made infantry rifles way overpowered. You only have to look back a year when the Martini Henry was dominating the battlefield. Perhaps the lock-on area should be lowered to an area with a low body multiplier instead of snapping to the upper body. This will reduce the impact that aim assist has on gunfights without having to remove it completely. The current aim assist slowdown is way too strong and drags your crosshairs to a different point of interest if there are several players in front of you, or if a player runs across your crosshairs. It's actually a leading cause of deaths when flanking and encountering large number of players. So an overall reduction in assist mechanics will be a huge step forward in improving gameplay experience for all console players. So that's all for this video. I might make a part 2 of what I like to see improved upon in general if I see topics that haven't been discussed yet. Let me know what you think. If you agree, leave a like. If you disagree, leave a dislike. Leave a comment and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. bye.